Anyways, hello everybody. GameLoller here, aka Dutch Fearfuls. Today I'm not showing you a video of game footage, what you guys probably are used from me by now. I just wanted to show you a couple of things that I acquired during my race of a house that is about to be excavated. Well, a couple of interesting things have surfaced. So, what you are looking at right now is part of a stereo set. Let's see if I can get it focused. Yeah, I do actually have a regular camcorder over there, but as you probably can see, it's still charging, and I have no clue how long that will take. And well, it's I didn't feel like waiting, so I was like, well, crap, I'll just try to use my phone, which is reasonably new, and see what the quality of it is. So it's probably not high def like my camcorder would do, but oh well, it's just a quick simple video. The first thing you will probably see is the turntable over here. As far as I can tell, it was hooked up in that house, so I gave it a spin. It did spin indeed. But the sound from the left channel was kind of crackly. It does have a new needle on it, but my faults of it are that when I unhooked it, it was well, the cable to the amplifier was kind of loose, so I have the feeling that it has to do with something with that, and I have to open it up and clean it anyways, because the house where it came from used to belong to a couple of heavy smokers, so it kinda has an odor to it, so I'll have to clean it anyways. And one of the hinges to the cap are broken as well, so I have to glue it back up. New needle. Fortunately, it only has 45 RPM and 33 RPM. And I have no clue what those other numbers mean. The 60 and the 50. I have the suspicion that it has something to do with the pitch, which you can turn it faster or slower, but I don't know. It's not automatic. Let me turn around the rest of this stuff, and then I will. And we're back. So over here we have a amplifier, a tape deck, and a compact disc player. Now, to begin with the amplifier, it is a Marantz, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. From as far as I know, Marantz is quite a expensive brand, quality brand. So, and I needed it to hook up the turntable anyway, because the amplifier that I have downstairs is a model one that doesn't have a phono in, and unfortunately, as far as I know, turntables are a bit finicky when it comes to hooking them up to a amplifier. They output a certain signal that has to be extra boosted, but that should work. They also have a couple of presets. As far as I can see, it's sorry for the light. Phono, CD, tuner, aux, DVD, and recorder. I have no clue what that means. but it has a probably somewhere on the back a model number, so I probably can find a manual or something and figure out what it was. It does come with a remote control, so that's it. Tape deck. And in terms of age, I have no clue how old this amplifier is. I really don't know. I think it's quite recent, somewhere between 2 to 10 years maybe. I have no clue. Well, the tape deck. Again, I don't have a tape deck in my in my modern stereo. And I believe on the attic I do have a case full of cassette tapes, so it was a nice find. It's Technics. I have no clue what the quality of it is and if it still works, so I have to whip it up and again clean it. In terms of age, I believe this one is somewhere around 20 years old. So I wonder what it still does. I have to clean the heads, make it open, dust it off, and that's it. Now for the compact disc player. Funny thing, this is my original that I had in my youth. So I think this thing is 25 years old. And I've tested it, and yes, it does still work. So I guess they don't make them like they used to. And I could have left it behind. It's a Risto now. That's it used to be a brand from Philips. So probably cleaned it up, and it should still work perfectly. And so that's the whole audio setup. I have a pile of speakers over there standing. Let me walk towards that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a pointer I got. So 2 small speakers and 2 big cases. Again, take them apart, clean them up, and it should work. Oh. No vertical video syndrome, please. Sorry. And next to that, no, the iMac was part of my collection already, but I also got this Parabel iMedia 2400 of iStart, I believe it is. Sample based. I have no clue how old this thing is. I also found it in that home. I took it with me, and it came accompanied with the TFT HP 15-inch monitor, I believe. And this is 15-inch. Could be 17-inch as well. Should measure it, but quite small, but could act as a handy little test monitor. It's sample based, as far as I can tell, almost original, except for this white what is it, DVD burner? No, compact disc burner. And I have no clue if this is a DVD player or a DVD recorder. Let's see. Focus. It says recorder on it, so well, almost nobody uses DVD and CD anymore, but oh, it's nice to have. It originally came loaded with Windows Vista, but it only has 1 GB, so it shouldn't have run that great, because Vista runs smoothly up from 2 GB. But it's loaded with Windows XP. I don't know if it's a legal version. I found a box with the legal DVD, CD at least, but I couldn't find a sticker with a license key anywhere, so but I know it's working, so what I probably do is open it up, clean it up, give it a good scrub because it really is filthy. Again, this house was heavy smokers, and well, I should have lying around some DDR2 memory somewhere, so I don't know what I will do. Maybe put liners on it and use it as a media center or something somewhere in my network. Yeah, and getting accompanied with that printer at Pixma 2500, I believe. So I actually didn't have a color printer. I only had a black and white laser printer, so that will come in handy. What else? What else is there? I also got this. Found this. Let's see. For the people who are wondering what this is, it's a photo printer. And I have the suspicion it has never been used, because the cartridge where you load it in with the paper is filled to the brim, so I have no clue what the story behind this little device is. I know it's one of those ribbon based photo printers, in which you load in the cartridge with a ribbon and it prints a photo at literally at photo quality. Over there are the cables that came with it, everything. So again, I have no clue what the story behind it is. Oh, that's an added bonus. I didn't know that was in there. Well, if I'm not mistaken, it's a Canon PowerShot. And it's 530, 5 megapixels, so rather old, but I know from experience, because if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in this house we have a PowerShot, which we bought somewhere around 10 years ago, I think. And these things literally are indestructible, and they actually do make a really nice quality picture. So that's nice to have. And that's a SD card that came with it, probably like 60 megabytes. Yeah. I use those small cards for loading them up with ROMs for NES games or NSEAS games. Nice place to store, or just simple word processor files. You can not really do much with 60 megabytes nowadays, but it's nice to have. So again, as with the printer, I doubt it has ever been used. Yeah, well, I don't know what it, I really wonder what the story behind this is. Maybe some buying or selling or something, I have no clue. It was, this case just stood in this house, and I only saw the printer. This came a nice bonus, but it's nice to have. Only I doubt if you can still buy the tapes and the ribbons for it, but maybe a quick search on the internet will do. So there's only one more thing, and then we have to go. We have to go downstairs. This is the pièce de la résistance, a Nintendo DSi XL. No, not really. Now, this is something I found in the barn over there. And it is a tape deck. Or a reel-to-reel recorder, or whatever people say in America. It's a Philips. I'm not sure what the model number is. I looked it up on the bottom. I know it has been produced somewhere around 64. I don't know if it actually works. I haven't dared to power it up yet because the barn it was set in was a bit moist and cold. So, and I know that it is quite dirty inside. As you can see, moldy, dirty, so a bit rusty. Wonder if I can breathe life into this thing, but maybe if I open it up and give it a good clean, then it still works. I know that there has been work done to it, because the power cable, come on. Okay, yeah. The power cable is isn't the original. It actually does have been tinkered with. As you probably can tell, it's not the original. And it does have a power switch. It's now set to 100. I believe it's 127 volts. Oh no, that's 220. Which is our current voltage over here. So, and it has been loaded, and it is loaded with a tape. So, I guess I have to power it up once, and to rewind the tape so I can take it out and open up the cage and give it a good clean. I already dug up a source manual for it. It is mono, and being a Philips, it has these DIN sockets over here for a for recording. So maybe I can find a DIN microphone or DIN connector somewhere and hook it up, or maybe make one myself. I don't know. But if I could breathe life into this thing, that would be awesome. Not in the least for what I actually do have in mind. Because the first thing I thought of when I saw this thing was the movie Evil Dead. So I don't know what's on this tape, but I think we can prank people with this device. By recording a sample from the movie Evil Dead with the whole kanda thing, and just see how people would react to that. So, and the only thing I've done so far was clean up the top, because there was some grease or smudge or whatever. It was really fatty and looked like grease oil or something, and I cleaned it up with degreaser, and it's plastic, so there are some discolorations. I guess there's not much you can do about that, especially if that grease was there for maybe years. That didn't do it much good for it. So I have my work cut out. So a lot of cleaning up, a lot of tinkering, but it will pass the time. And if you guys find this interesting, then I'll keep you posted. Well, GameLoller out, and see you soon.